Hello everyone, welcome back. So we've had a couple of storms last few days, few nights, and everything was, all my trees were okay. And this one was the only one that another pot of the tree had fallen over, just tipped over and hit the pot, and it cracked it in half. And it's just it's not actually a bonsai pot, it's just a, can't remember where I got it, it's just a cheap kind of concretey kind of pot or something. So I'm just going to take this olive out of this little pot and I'll might put it into this one. So just because I don't want this, as you can see, it's just broke clean in half, so I may as well just slip it into that one. I got this tree a few years ago. What it was a friend of mine from the club has a huge, big, massive olive, and he had a really, really big pot, and he was trying to get the olive into the pot and it wouldn't fit. So we were literally using a chainsaw and cutting chunks of the root off to get it to fit into the pot. And eventually we got it in, so that was grand. And this was just one of the wedges of the root that we'd cut off. So there was nothing on it, it was just basically like a chunk of root, like a slice. So I brought it home and I planted it to see would it grow, and sure enough it grew. As you can see, it's got roots coming out all over it now. It's even got roots coming out inside here. I did a bit of carving on it just because this was just flat where it had been cut, just like I said, just like a wedge of a slice of a cake. So I'll get it out of this pot and we'll get it into this guy. And before I take it out of the pot, I'll just put a bit of drainage cloth into this one so it's ready to go. See. It's been quite a slow grow. I've had it, like I said, a few years now, and it's not grown a ton. It did grow a lot of branches all over it, so I've pruned it back to, what's that, 4? This one's probably dead. 4 branches, and I'm not too sure about the styling yet, but we may end up just keeping one branch eventually, or we'll just keep it more, I don't know, just prune it. But it was just an experiment to see would it grow just as a root, as a chunk of root, see could you get it to grow. But yeah, it's grown anyway. So okay, so we've got some drainage cloth in there. I'm just going to put a little bit of coarser soil in the bottom just to help the drainage, and then use some of this fine stuff on the top. Now, take this out. Should really get something to put this into so it doesn't make a big mess. Let's find something. Okay, so I've got this tray, so use that. Now, just take it out. I'll put this in the shed now once I've repotted it. It would probably be fine to go back outside, but I may as well put it in the shed for a while. Just let it recover. I will go through the roots a bit just to try and get rid of some of these weeds out of it. There's some weeds. Yeah, these guys, they like to spread. Well, last year now was the first time it's really thrown out a lot of roots. It kind of did sulk for a long time. It sent out a small bit of roots and a couple of branches for the first year, and I think a lot depends on our summers. We don't have great summers, and like I said, I don't have a greenhouse, so it's got to kind of fend for itself outside. Now this soil will be okay to use again, but I won't use it in this. I'll dry it out first, and then I'll sieve it and make sure I get rid of all the weed roots out of it before I use it again. But doubt I'm going to be looking for a lot of soil coming up soon. Yeah, so you can see there's quite a good few roots on it now, coming out from everywhere. I'm trying to be sure if these are roots growing out of this, or was it from weeds growing in the holes? These look, they seem to be attached. Alright, we'll leave them. Okay, so there we go. I could lime sulfur all this too, just to get it back to a kind of a grey colour. Might not do that today. It's very wet when you put it on lime sulfur on it when it's very wet. It's okay to have it a bit more, like I might do it later when it's dried out a little bit. If you do it when it's too wet, the lime salt just all runs down and into the soil and stuff, so I'll just let it dry out a little bit and then I might put some on. Okay, so I've never had this tree tied in because it's kind of very bottom heavy, so it's not like it's going to blow out, so I need to decide whether I want it in that way or this way. I'm kind of leaning towards this way, to be honest. Want to make sure I can definitely get all the roots into that pot. Seem to fit better that way, to be honest with you. So I think I'll just go with this way. Let me see if I got anything else that might be a bit more suitable. Probably not in here. Yeah, not really. Unless I go with plastic one or something. I think this one this gnarly kind of pot suits the tree. We'll go with it this way, I think. One last look this way. It seems to not want to fit in that way because this slope here is hitting off this. So we'll stick with this way. Like that, we can always change it. So we'll get that in there. Whack that in now. Again, not the best time to be doing repots or anything. So don't think I'm doing this thinking it's a good time to do it. This is only because the pot was broke and these olives can be quite hardy, so it should be okay. And like I said, I'll put it in my shed under the grow lights now, so it'll be out of any cold and wind or anything. Although we're not really getting too bad of temperatures at the moment. It's still up in the low teens, 10 degrees, things like that. But it has been quite stormy. And very wet as always. It's absolutely pelting down again today for the whole day. One thing we're not lacking in this country is water. There's plenty of rainwater. The trees I must try and get another water barrel, because at the moment I have 3 kind of 2 smallish ones and one 280 litres, and the other one is, I think it's 200 litres or something, but it only kind of gets me 2 watering sessions. So if we have a few days of good watering sessions, now if we have a couple of days of really dry weather, then I end up with running out of water. So I want to get another big one so that I end up with enough to get me kind of through a week nearly. Okay, so the next tree I'm going to have a look at, when I was making a space in the shed, put that on. I noticed this one's getting a little bit leggy, so we'll just get rid of some of this stronger growth so that all these back branches and stuff don't die off. This is a Chinese privet. Again, we'll just reduce it back a bit. Oh, that's dead from that, or that one. Now, do I want to bring another branch down here? Definitely get rid of that one. There's 3 coming out together there, so we'll get rid of this one. And I'm wondering, do I want to bring another branch down? Probably not. This one I can make grow out, so I think I'll get rid of it completely. And we'll just take these back. This guy, let's bring that one back to there. A few dead leaves and things we can clean out. Up here we get rid of. This is kind of just putting in roughly the shape, kind of letting the tree decide itself what way it wants to grow. We'd get that out. Quite dry, so we'll have to give it more watering. Now this back branch here, maybe take that one back to there. I'm not sure if I want to keep that or not, but we'll keep it for now. We have this branch and we have one underneath it here. I think that's what we got up here. We've got this one we can get rid of. So this one here and have this one just above it. I'm thinking we could possibly get rid of the one above it. Or do we get rid of this one? And I think the one above could go. In fact, I think that whole top could come off. Like that. And then here, get rid of this bit. This guy we could reduce back. Another branch under here, don't know if it's dead. Being shaded out. Just clean out some of these, try and we can bring back to them leaves for now. We'll take back. Yeah, this is the kind of tree that it's got to be in the shed really to keep out of the cold and that. but it's like just surviving kind of thing. It's not thriving like crazy in the shed. It should grow a lot better once it's back out in the spring outside. I never find the well, I know my shed isn't hot enough really, but it keeps them alive for the winter. It only goes up to about 15 to 18 degrees, if that. There's a heater in that kind of comes on. If it's set to come on every few hours during the night. I don't have it coming on during the day. It just comes on during the night, so when it gets cold at night time, it just comes on for like 10 minutes. The shed's only small, so it warms it quite quickly and it's well insulated. So it warms it up and then holds the heat. Now, just looking here, we have a lot of kind of crisscrossing branches under here. I'm wondering, we should probably take off that whole lot up there. Open that out. Got this one under here, and I have this one up here above it. You can take out this bottom one. Just a little bit more light in now. Take out. I think I'm going to take out that middle one. Leave the bottom one, and I'll leave the top one growing up. Use this one back now. Trying to see what's up here that we need and we don't need. I think we could take off this top bit as well. There, reduce that bulk in the middle there. Back more. This one growing kind of back in towards the tree. We'll take that one out. This one back here. To know there with that. Reduce this one back. And reduce this one right back. I take this one back altogether. Again, this branch here, we've got a lot coming out together. Definitely need to reduce this. We're getting quite a big lump here. This one can go. I think we could probably take out this little. Hard to know, there's so many. Let's take out the whole inside, I think. And see what we're looking at. Okay, so there's two, and then this one here, reduce back to down, that's okay. This guy, we'll reduce that one back as well. So this branch here might leave thicken up a little bit more. Or maybe not, maybe it's getting me kind of thick. Now we'll take it back to there, let it push out a little bit there, the back branch. Stop here, we can get rid of. Take this one back. I think I'm going to take this one back as well to there. A couple of big leaves. Okay, I think that'll be it for this one. We'll give it a good soak in and put that one back in the shed as well. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll put these two back in the shed and give them a good watering, and then hopefully this will recover okay. I say it will, there shouldn't be any problem. Yeah, and we'll give an update in the spring. Probably have to bring this one out and give it another prune and come the spring when it starts to fill out a lot. So as always guys, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yep, we'll see you on the next.